Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be looking at all the prices confirmed for all the pre-order products we saw in yesterday's video. In that video, I did say the Combat Patrol should be priced at the current £90, but as you can see here, the confirmed price for the UK is £95, so they've put it up already. And I'm looking on the price list, the older Combat Patrols are still priced at £90, so I think those are the ones that are going to go up in March. But this new one, this is £95 already, so even though it's before the price increase, they have decided to put it up. So the UK price confirmed at €95, Euros 125, and then I haven't confirmed the prices for the other countries, but these would be the prices you would pay based on the amounts in the past. So for example, a £95 product in the UK would be 160 in the US, 220 in Australia, 264 in New Zealand, 190 in Canada, and 21.1 thousand yen in Japan. It really sucks when the prices go up and they do these 6% increases quite regularly. They even put a 6% increase onto retailers not that long ago, so that cut the profits retailers were making, and then they put the prices up to the customer now 6%, but increased for the retailers another 6%, I found out today, which is insane. It's like they're doing battle with their retailers, and our friendly local game stores are getting a pretty raw deal. It's just getting more and more difficult for them. Anyway, let's talk about this later on in the video, and we'll focus on the prices now so you know how much the sets are going to be should you wish to order some of them. Now, there was a great suggestion in the comments to yesterday's video from Camo1397 who said it would be interesting to see the Games Workshop cost versus direct currency conversion to Australian dollars and others. I thought that's a great idea, and so I've done it. In the slide here, you can see the UK is £95, and so I've taken all the prices we saw previously for the different countries and then converted that to English pounds. So this will give you a good idea about how the prices are marked up for the different countries. I've done this in the past for New Zealand, just out of curiosity, but it's pretty cool to see, really, or not cool, I should say. The EU price would be the equivalent of £110, US £133, Australia £126, New Zealand £138, definitely getting the worst conversion there, Canada £118, and Japan £132. That's a pretty interesting exercise. I think it's really only going to make you feel worse if you're outside of the UK, so sorry about that, but yeah, good idea. But yeah, not great news, is it? Let's carry on with these products then. So now we've got the Castellan, the Cadian Castellan, coming in at £21. In the EU, it's going to be €27. US, $35. Australia, $55. New Zealand, $65. Canada, $51.5. And Japan, 4.7 thousand yen. Don't forget, all these prices are going to be the full RRP. So if you're lucky enough to have an online retailer in your area or a friendly local game store that does great discounts like mine does, the Little Shop DVD and Games in Cornwall, then you can save up to 20% on all these prices, which makes them a little bit more digestible, I think. The Commissar's coming in at £21 also, and so exactly the same for the other countries. It's certainly a good model, definitely a better upgrade, but for me, I wouldn't want to pay that much, even with the discount for a model like this, to be fair. I think there's so many other options available, so I would give these two a miss. But how are you going to replace these? The Attilan Rough Riders, you're going to get 5 in a box there, and they're going to come in at £37.50. I thought these could have snuck over the £40 mark, maybe even 45, so £37.50 is alright, I suppose. But when you compare this to some of the World Eater products, it does seem that they got the raw end of the deal. But you're going to get 5 models mounted, you're going to get the weapon options, £37.50 in the UK, €50. In the US, it's $60, Australia 98, New Zealand 115, Canada 75, and Japan 8.3 thousand yen. Next, we've got the Cadian upgrades. This is the sprue with all these cool pieces on. I think this looks really good. £21, so that's going up quite a bit more than we've seen for, say, the Space Marine upgrades, but there's probably a few more pieces on here, and that's going to convert to the same prices for the different countries there as it did for the Castellan and the Commissar. Next up, we've got the Aegis Defence line, £45, €65, $75 in the US, Australia and New Zealand, I couldn't get a price that matched this, but in Canada it'd be $85, and in Japan it will be 6.3 thousand yen. I mean, the quality of this is going to be really great. You can't knock it for that. It's going to look great on the tabletop, but for £45, is this the sort of thing you could maybe make yourself? I don't know. It's not going to be as detailed if you do it yourself, possibly, but I think you could certainly do something that would hold up and do the job for much less than £45. We do see a lot of Space Marines, but I really do like it when we get these special edition ones, and this one here is Captain Macinius, part of the Black Library 2023 celebration. He's going to be £24, 31.5 euros, 38 US dollars, 60 Australian, 74 New Zealand, and 48 Canadian, and 5.3 thousand yen. Let's look at the book prices next. So we've got paperback Iron Kingdom at $8.99, euros 12, $15 in the US, 20 Australian, 26 New Zealand, 18 Canadian, 1.84 thousand Japanese yen, and that price also applies to two other paperbacks, Skarsnik and the Macarian Crusade, Angel of Fire. We've got some hardback books next, and the first one is Bad Loon Rising at £18, 22 euros, 27 US dollars, 32 Canadian, and 2.39 Japanese yen. More hardbacks. The first one is The End and the Death at £20, 25 euros, 35 US, 40 Canadian, 4.2 thousand yen, and the same prices will apply to The Angels of Darkness by Gav Thorpe. Then we've got The First Founding. This is more of a special edition book, £45, 65 euros, 75 US, 85 Canadian, 6.3 thousand yen. As it's part of the Black Library celebration, there's lots of books this week available for pre-order, but these ones that you see here will only be available from the Games Workshop website, limited to 2,000 or 2,500 copies. There's a free book here if you place an order on their website, and then these are going to be made to order products with the prices confirmed on Saturday as well. And finally, there's the eShort subscription, or you can purchase any of the 5 stories separately. These will be digital downloads, so you buy those off the website too. There we go then, that's all the prices for all the pre-order products that we saw in yesterday's video, and it's real sad to talk about these price increases. It puts a cloud over the hobby for me. I do these videos and run my channel because I'm a big fan of the game. I love tabletop skirmish games, I love big battles, and I just love everything about the hobby, building, painting, playing the game, planning, and making videos to share with you as well. But when we have to talk about the price increases, it does get a little bit depressing, but you know, it's necessary because, again, this really influences the hobby and what we purchase. And with so many other companies out there that are making products, and then you've got 3D printing, you've got things like Etsy where you can order some great things. I think a lot of people are going to start to venture off into these as these price increases keep mounting up. And when you consider what they're doing to the friendly local game stores, it's just not a good practice. Obviously, I'll still be making videos for Warhammer. I really love the products. It makes me personally be more steered towards starter sets like the Kill Team box sets and things, because that's where the value is, and I think the value really holds up with them when you get things like 2 Kill Teams, lots of terrain, and when the big box sets come out, like we'll see for the new edition of 40k later in the year, they're great value. And I really like the quality and consistency of products, but I just don't like the quality and consistency of the way that the Games Workshop themselves as a company do business. Anyway, on a lighter note, thanks so much to everyone who's joined Patreon. We're getting up to 100 Patreons, that's the target. As soon as I do that, I'll start making narrative battle reports for Warcry, Kill Team, and Warhammer 40k Combat Patrol level battles as well. Really excited about that. There'll be bonus perks when we reach that 100 point mark, which I'll add to the Patreon later on, so look out for that soon. But thanks so much. There's a link below if you'd like to check it out, find out more, and please consider joining the community. It'd be awesome to see you there. Thanks so much for watching this video. It kind of feels weird to say I hope you enjoyed it, because it's a bit sad really, but there we go. At least you know how much everything is going to cost, and now you can make some decisions, some informed decisions as to whether or not you'll be purchasing any of these in the future. Now, if you don't like the prices, but you like the video, please hit the like button. That really helps the channel. And if you consider subscribing too, that'd be awesome. That helps me get out there to more and more people. So that would be brilliant too. It'd be awesome if you consider that. So thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games, where hopefully we'll have something a little bit more fun to talk about.